Okay, so ayan. Good morning, guys. So yung last topic natin for the third week, we have the analytic geometry 2. So ano ba yung mga ma-discuss natin dito? So we have the last two conic sections, the ellipse and the hyperbola. And yung mga miscellaneous topics natin, we have the uh, 3D, 3D Cartesian. Okay, yung mga beyond Cartesian topics natin, we have the polar coordinate systems and the spherical coordinate systems. Then yung mga rotation, translation ng axis, ganun. Okay? So, ayan. Continue natin. So, for the ellipse, so anong definition ng ellipse? So, this is the locus of the point that moves such that the sum of its distances from two fixed points called the foci or the focus, kapag individual lang siya, singular, is constant. So, meron tayo ditong dalawang focus, okay? Unlike dun sa parabola, isa lang yung focus natin. Pagdating sa ellipse, dalawa na. Okay? So, yung distances natin between ng focus and ito yung center natin, okay? So, tawagin nating C. Then, ito yung focus natin sa isa. Then, ito, magkabilaan yan. Okay? Then, dito sa magkabila din, pinaka, pinaka extremist edge natin. So, we have the vertex. Okay? So, yung distance ng focus to center, tinatawag nating C. Okay? Then, yung distance from the vertex hanggang sa center, tinatawag natin yan na major axis, okay? Or semi-major axis. Okay, yung semi-major axis that is equal to A. Okay, then yung major axis natin that is equal to twice ng A. Okay, then sa kabaliktaran naman, so kung ito, okay, longitudinal, okay, yung transverse naman, yung distance from the center hanggang dito sa pinakadulo, okay, that is equal to the semi-minor axis or B. Okay? Then meron din tayong directrix dito. Okay? Then yung distance ng directrix natin from the center that is equal to A over E. Where E is the eccentricity. Okay? So, ayan. Ito yung general equation natin ng ellipse. So, alam naman ninyo yung natin, di ba? Yung standard, ay hindi. Yung general equation ng conic section natin. So, we have ax squared plus bxy plus cy squared plus dx plus ey plus f, di ba? So pagdating sa ellipse, halimbawa, wala tayong BXY, for example, So yung BXY, ginagamit lang naman yan kapag patabingi yung conic section natin. Okay? Or kapag hyperbola, patabingi. Okay? So ito yung X and Y axis natin. Kaya may BXY tayo. Pero halimbawa lang walang BXY, So kapag tiningnan natin yan sa ANC, yung value ng A natin na coefficient and yung C, pag chine-check natin sa general equation, hindi sila magkasing pareho. Okay? Magkaiba yung values ng A and C natin. Okay? Kapag magkapareho yung values, automatic circle po yan. Pero kapag hindi, okay? So ellipse yan. Okay? Pero i-check natin, dapat yung A and C, value ng A and C natin must be greater than 0. Okay? So, ganyan. So, ito yung general equation ng ellipse natin. So, we have ax squared plus cy squared plus dx plus ey plus f is equal to 0. Okay? Then, kapag standard equation naman, so ito yung transformation niya. So, we have x minus h squared over a squared plus y minus k squared over b squared is equal to 1. Okay? Kapag horizontal. So, kung titingnan natin, ito yung horizontal. So, yung A natin is greater than B. So, ito yung example lang horizontal natin. Okay? So, yung A natin dyan is greater than B. Okay? So, lagi yan, A is greater than B. Then, yung A natin, nasa X. Okay? Nasa denominator ng X. Okay? Pag vertical naman, so yung A natin, nasa ilalim ng Y. Okay? Ano ibig sabihin ng vertical? Ganito yan, guys. Okay? So, ito yung B natin. Okay? Magkabilaan yan. Then, ito rin yung A natin. Okay? So, ganyan. Then, nandito yung focus. Then, nandito yung center. Nandito yung vertex. Okay? So, pabaliktad. Okay? 90 degrees nito. Next. So, always note that yung A natin is greater than B, as I said kanina. And yung H and K natin will be the center ng ellipse. Okay? So, ayan. Then, ano pa? So, for the ellipse, halimbawa, given tayo ng uh, general equation and we're about to find yung center agad, okay, we can use this formula. h is equal to negative d over 2a, then yung k natin is equal to negative e over 2c. Okay? So next. So ano yung mga properties natin ng ellipse? So ito yung major axis natin. Okay? Kung nasaan yung mas mahaba, nandun yung major axis. So ito yung major axis natin. Okay? Then ito yung minor axis. Okay? So ayan. So we have this property, a squared is equal to, burahin lang natin ito para malinaw tingnan. So we have a squared is equal to b squared plus c squared. So parang Pythagorean theorem lang ano. So yung a squared natin is equal to b squared plus c squared. Okay? So second property. So yung eccentricity natin that is equal to ratio siya ng c over a. Okay? And dapat yung eccentricity natin must be less than 1.0. Okay po? Then, yung second eccentricity natin, that is equal to C over B naman. So, kung yung first eccentricity over A, ngayon over B. Okay, then next, yung area ng ellipse natin, that is equal to the pi times the semi-major axis times the semi-minor axis, B. Okay? Then, for the perimeter naman, so ito yung perimeter ng ellipse natin. Okay? That is equal to 2 pi times the square root of A squared plus B squared, okay, over 2. Yan yung formula for the perimeter. The next, for the distance naman ng directrix to the center, that is equal to A over E. Okay, ratio lang siya ng semi-major axis and ng eccentricity. Then next, for the length ng latus rectum natin, so ito po yung length ng latus rectum natin, okay? So ito yan. That is equal to 2b squared over A. Next, for the angular eccentricity, alpha, that is equal to C over A. Okay? So for the ellipse flatness, okay, F is equal to A minus B over A. So mga formula based lang to. Then for the second flatness naman, A minus B over B. Okay? So yan. The next, other properties, pero pati additional, yung second eccentricity, that is equal to, okay, so, and the third eccentricity na pala to. So that is equal to E over square root of 2 minus E squared. So yung E natin na walang prime, yan po yung first eccentricity natin. Then for the angular eccentricity, alpha is equal to inverse. Okay? Sign ng eccentricity natin. Okay? So for the parametric equations, x is equal to a cosine theta plus h. And for the y naman, that is equal to b sine theta plus k. Okay? For horizontal axis yan, then kapag vertical, so we have x is equal to b cosine theta plus h. Then y is equal to a sine theta plus k for the vertical. Okay? So yan. The next, so for the hyperbola naman, anong definition ng hyperbola? This is the locus of the point that moves such that the ratio of its distance from a fixed point called the focus and the fixed line called the directrix is constant and is greater than 1. Okay? So ibig sabihin lang naman yan, yung ratio daw ng distance natin, wait, asan na yung, okay, so example, ito yung hyperbola natin. Ano? So yung distance natin from the focus, okay? Then yung directrix natin, asan yung directrix natin dito? Okay? So ito yung directrix natin. Okay? So ayan, yung ratio ng distance, okay? From a fixed point, okay? So galing yan dito. So yung distance natin diyan, okay, ito yung fixed point. Okay, so yung distance natin dito hanggang dito, okay? Constant lang yan. So same lang dito hanggang dito. Okay, yung ratio niyan, magkapareho lang yan, okay? Dito, dito. So yung ina-analyze natin yung points dito. Okay, along the curve ng hyperbola. Okay? So constant lang po yan, then greater than 1 yung value natin dyan. Okay? So ano yung general equation natin ng hyperbola? So malito hyperbola. So dapat yung A and C natin have opposite signs. Okay? Para masabi natin hyperbola siya. So ito yung example niya. Okay? Kung titingnan natin yung A and C, magkaiba yung sign. So positive yung A, negative yung C. So pwede rin magkabaliktaran yan, So yung A yung negative, yung C yung positive. Okay? Then ito yung example lang, hyperbola. So, hyperbola. Ano? So, kapag major axis horizontal, okay, tulad nito, ano? So, pag ganito yung orientation ng hyperbola natin, yung major axis niyan is horizontal. Okay? So, ayan, we use this formula, x minus h squared over a squared is equal, minus y minus k squared over b squared is equal to 1. So, kung titingnan natin, okay, ito yung a, yung distance ng vertex hanggang sa center, ano, then, yung focus naman, okay, so, mali ata yung pakakaano natin. So, nandito yan, from focus to center, yan po yung equivalent ng c natin. Okay? So yan. Ito yung ano, yung standard equation natin kapag major axis horizontal and kapag vertical naman, pag ganito yan, okay? So ganito siya. And kung titingnan natin by observation, okay, pag horizontal, yung A nasa ilalim ng X. Kapag vertical, yung A nasa ilalim ng Y. Okay? So ayan. Next. So ano yung mga properties natin? Okay? Lagay natin dito. So, una, we have c squared is equal to a squared plus b squared. Okay, nung sa ellipse, a yung mas malaki. Ngayon, c na yung mas malaki sa a. Okay? So, kung titingnan natin, parang Pythagorean theorem, c squared is equal to a squared plus b squared. Okay? So, ito yung haba ng b natin. Okay, yan. Yan yung haba ng b natin. Magkahati yan. Okay, then ito naman yung haba ng a. Then ito naman yung haba ng c. So, nasobran ano hanggang sa focus yan. Then, eccentricity natin, C is over A should be greater than 1.0. Okay? Then, next, D yung D natin, that is the distance ng directrix from the center. Okay? That is equal to A over E. Then, yung length ng latus rectum natin, which is ito, that is equal to 2B squared over A. Then, yung asymptote equation natin, okay, yung asymptote, ito po yan, magkabila yan. So, ito yung upward asymptote. Okay, kapag upward asymptote, positive yung slope. Okay, positive yung slope dyan. Then, kapag downward asymptote, okay, ito yung downward asymptote, negative yung slope natin dyan. Okay, and ito yung formula natin. Okay, for the asymptote equation. Okay, so parang point slope form lang siya, no? So, for the length ng transverse axis, so ito yung transverse axis natin. Ito yung transverse axis natin for the, tawag dito, for the hyperbola. Ano? Then yung length ng transverse natin, that is equal to 2a. Then for the conjugate naman, ito, okay, that is equal to 2b. Okay? Then, note that m is equal to b over a if the axis is horizontal. Okay, tulad dito. Burahin ko ito lahat. So, kung titingnan natin, ano, kapag horizontal, tulad ng orientation dito, yung slope natin, that is equal to b over a. Okay? Bakit rise over run lang, guys? Ano? So, ito yung rise. Ito yung rise, di ba? That is equal to b. Then, ito yung run natin. That is equal to a. Okay? So, ito yung slope natin. Then, kapag vertical naman siya, tulad ng ganito, okay? M is equal to a over b. Okay? Then, also, a may be greater, equal, or less than b. Okay? Depende kung horizontal or vertical yung orientation natin ng hyperbola. And for the hyperbola, okay, same lang din sa ellipse. Kung from general equation, kung gusto natin makuha agad yung coordinates ng center natin, h is equal to negative d over 2a, then yung k naman is equal to negative e over 2c. Okay? So, ayan. Then, other properties, yung second eccentricity natin, that is equal to c over b. Then, yung angular eccentricity, same lang din sa ellipse, we have alpha is equal to inverse sine ng eccentricity. Then, for the parametric equations, x is equal to a secant theta plus h, then y is equal to b tangent theta plus k. For the horizontal, then kapag vertical naman, x is equal to b tangent theta plus h, then y naman is equal to a secant theta plus k. Okay? So, ayan. Then, yan. Let's try to solve some problems dito sa two conic sections natin. So, Problem 1, the center of the ellipse 4x squared plus y squared minus 16x minus 6y minus 43 is equal to 0 is, so paano natin yan isosolve? So para makuha natin, kung titingnan natin siya, naka-general equation siya, okay? So convert natin into, pwedeng ang gawin natin, ganito, okay? H is equal to negative d over 2a. Try ninyo. Or pwede rin, para masanay tayo, so convert natin into standard equation. Okay? So, ayan. Solution, copy natin tong formula. Then, convert natin yan into standard equation. Okay? So, isolate natin yung 4. Hindi isolate. I-factor out natin 4x squared minus 4x. Okay? Plus y squared minus 6y is equal to 43. Then, completing the squares. Okay? 4 times the quantity of x minus 2 squared minus 4 plus the quantity of y minus 3 squared minus 9 is equal to 43. Okay? So, yan. Then, lipat natin yung mga coefficients dito sa constant sa right side ng equation. Okay, then divide each side ng 68. Okay? Ay, hindi, kahit hindi na. Okay, kung titingnan natin, nandito na yung H and K. Pero kung gusto nyo, kung halimbawa, kailangan yung A and B. Okay, yung A and B kasi nasa denominator yan. So, divide niyo both sides by 68. Okay? Pero kung titingnan natin, ito na yung H, ito na yung K. Di ba? So, we have 2 and 3 yung center natin. Next, find the standard equation of the ellipse that has its center at 1, 1, a vertex at 3, 1, and that passes through the origin. So, paano natin yan isosolve? So, let's center natin. Ito yung H, ito yung K. Okay? Then, sa major axis natin, A is equal to 2. Bakit? Okay, kung titingnan natin, yung vertex daw natin, nasa 3, 1. Okay, halimbawa, tawag dito. Yung center ng ellipse natin, ito yung X, ito yung X, ito yung Y, ito yung center, then yung vertex daw natin is nasa location 3, 1. Okay? So yung semi-major axis natin, that is distance between the vertex and the center. Okay? So yung A natin, that is equal to 2. Right? Okay? So kaya naka-arrive tayo dito. Okay? 3 minus 1. Okay? So ganito yung paka-drawing ng ellipse natin dyan. Okay? So we have x minus 1 squared over a squared plus y minus 1 squared over b squared is equal to 1. Okay, so meron na tayong a. How about b? Okay, a squared is equal to 4. Alam naman natin kasi meron na tayong 2 eh. A is equal to 2. So kung titingnan natin, x minus 1 squared over 4 plus y minus 1 squared b squared is equal to 1. Okay, kulang tayo ng b. So kung titingnan natin, yung tawag dito, yung ellipse natin, dadaan sa origin. Okay? So, set natin x and y is equal to 0. Okay? Kasi meron tayong clue word dito. Alam naman natin coordinates ng origin natin 0, 0. Okay? Then, find the value of b. Erase natin to. So, we have 1 over 4 plus 1 over b squared is equal to 1. Then, solve for b. Okay? 1 over b squared is equal to 3/4. B squared is equal to 4/3. Then, okay, alam naman natin, send balik natin dito. So, we have x minus 1 squared over 4 plus y minus 1 squared over 4 thirds is equal to 1. Then, lipat natin yung 3 sa taas. So, we have x minus 1 squared over 4 plus 3 times y minus 1 squared over 4 is equal to 1. So, yan yung answer natin for problem 2. Okay? The next, problem 3. So, meron tayo ditong curve 9x squared plus 25y squared plus 18x minus 35y plus 1,009 is equal to 0. So, ano yung length ng major axis? Distance between the directrices. Ano pa? Value ng second eccentricity, value ng angular eccentricity. So, paano? Kung check natin dito, ito yung A, di ba, sa general equation, ito yung A, ito yung C. And kung titingnan natin, both are positive, okay, then di sila magkapareho yung values ng A and C. So, therefore, it is an ellipse. Okay? So, ito, gawin natin, ano, transform natin into a standard e- equation, okay? So, ayan, factor out natin yung 9, x squared plus 2x plus 25 times y squared minus 14y plus 1,009 is equal to 0. Okay, then, completing the squares. Okay. Then, ayan, ilipat natin yung mga coefficient or constant sa right side ng equation. Then, ayan. So, we have 9 times x plus 1 squared plus 25 times y minus 7 squared minus 225 is equal to 0. Okay, then ito yung standard equation natin. Nilipat natin to sa right side, then dinivide natin both sides by 225. So, we have x plus 1 squared over 25 plus y minus 7 squared over 9 is equal to 1. So, meron na tayong h, meron na tayong k, okay, meron na tayong a, meron na tayong b. Okay, so yung center natin, negative 1, 7. Okay, semi-major axis, we have a is equal to 5. Then yung semi-minor axis natin, that is equal to 3. Okay, so ito, okay, a squared yan, ano? Itong 25. So, therefore, a natin is equal to 5. Then yung b squared natin is equal to 9. That's why yung b natin is equal to 3. Okay? Then yung focal distance natin, c, that is equal to a squared minus b squared, 25 minus 9, that is equal to 4. Okay? So, ano yung hinanap? Part A, length ng major axis. Okay? That is equal to, nakuha na natin yung A, that is equal to 5. So, yung 2A natin, that is equal to 10. Okay? Length ng major axis, okay? Twice yan ng A. Then, distance between the directrices. So, we have, alam naman natin distance ng directrix natin from the center, that is equal to A over E. Pero, between the directrices. So, yung directrix sa left side, then sa right side. Okay? Yung distance nila. Okay? That's why 2D. That is equal to twice ng ratio ng A over E. So, kunin natin yung eccentricity. That is equal to C over A equals 4 over 5. Then, substitute natin dito. Okay? 2D natin is equal to 2 times 5 over 4/5. So, 2D natin is equal to 2 times 6.25. So, we have 12.5. Okay? Next, second eccentricity, that is equal to C over B. Okay? Meron na tayong values niyan. Ano? Yung C natin, that is equal to 4, and B naman is equal to 3. Okay? So, yan yung answer natin for part C. Then, last, angular eccentricity. Okay? Angular eccentricity natin, inverse sign lang yan ng eccentricity. Okay? So, we have inverse sign ng 12.5. So, we have 53.13 degrees. Okay? So, yan yung sa problem 3. Next. Problem 4. So, meron tayo ditong Earth satellite that has an apogee of 2,450 miles and a perigee of 410 miles. Assuming that the Earth's radius is 400 miles, what is the value of the eccentricity of ellipse which formed with the center of the Earth at one focus and whose apogee and perigee satisfy the condition above? So, paano natin yan? I-illustrate. So, ito yung ellipse natin dyan. Then, yung Earth, ilalagay natin yan sa kahit saan na focus. Okay? So, pwedeng dito, pwedeng dito. Okay? So, ito yung center, di ba? Ito yung center ng ellipse. Ito yung focus. Okay? Then, nandito yung vertex. Okay? So, yung pinakamalapit na vertex, yan po yung perigee. Then, yung pinakamalayo na vertex, okay, dito sa Earth natin, yan po yung apogee. Okay? So, ito yung apogee. Okay? Nandito yung perigee natin. Okay? Then, yung distance ng apogee natin, so, yung to 450 miles, okay? So, hindi yan galing sa center ng Earth. Okay? So, meron tayo 400 miles dito, radius. Therefore, yung diameter natin is 800. Okay? So, ano yung sinasabi ko kanina ng 2,450 miles? Okay? So, ito, 410 miles. Okay? Galing yan dito, hanggang dito lang yan. Okay? So, hindi yan sakop yung sa gitna ng Earth. Okay? Pinakasentro. Okay? For the apogee naman, so, hanggang dito lang yan. Okay? Parang sa surface lang ng Earth. Okay? So, dadaan lang siya dito. Okay? Yung cutting line natin dyan. Or yung haba from the apogee. Okay? Solution, yung hinanap dito is yung value ng eccentricity. So, para makuha natin yung eccentricity, kailangan natin yung C. Then, kailangan din natin yung A. So, yung C po, di ba? Yan yung distance ng center to focus. Okay? Then, yung A naman, yung distance from the vertex hanggang the center. Okay? So, kunin natin yung perigee distance, RP, okay, that is equal to 410 plus 400. So, kukunin natin ito, okay, that is equal to RP. Okay, we have 810 miles. Then, for the apogee, so ito yan, okay, RA is equal to 2,450 plus 400. We have 2,850 miles. Okay, then, compute natin yung semi-major axis. So, ang gawin natin, ipag-add natin yung RA and RP, then divide natin sa 2. Okay, para makuha natin yung semi-major axis A. Okay? So, we have 810 plus 2,850 over 2. So, we have 1,830 miles. Okay? So, yan yung value natin ng semi-major axis. Okay na tayo sa A. Next, yung C naman. So, ang kinukuha natin dyan is ito. Okay, so para makuha natin yan, okay, so we have C is equal to A minus ng RP. Okay, para makuha natin ito. Okay, that is equal to 1,830 minus 810. Okay, i-erase ko muna. So, para maintindihan natin. So, halimbawa, nakuha na natin yung A, di ba? So, ang ginawa natin kanina, pinag-add natin ito. Okay, ito yung RA, ito yung RP. So, pinag-add natin yan. So, makakuha na natin yung major axis natin. Then, hatiin natin sa dalawa para makuha natin yung A. Right? Then, ngayon, so ito na yung A. Okay? Ang hinahanap is yung C natin. Okay? Which has the distance of here. Ganito. Okay? From the center ng Earth. Okay? Or the focus hanggang dito sa center. Okay? Para makuha natin yan, that is equal to A minus RP. Okay? So, we have 1,830 minus 810. We have 1,020. So, since nakuha na natin yung value ng focal distance or ng C, we can solve for the eccentricity. So, we have E is equal to C over A. That is equal to 1,020 over 1,830. That is equal to 0.5574. Yan yung answer natin for problem 4. Okay? Next, problem 5. Find the length of latus rectum ng curve natin, 36x squared plus 9y squared minus 36 is equal to 0. So, kung titingnan natin, yung A is not equal to C, then yung A and C natin is greater than 0. Therefore, it is an ellipse. Okay? So, ang gawin natin, divide both sides by 36. So, we have, dinivide natin ng 36, then ito yung magiging kalalabasan. So, we have x squared over 1 plus y squared over 4 is equal to 1. Okay, so titingnan natin, yung center niya nasa origin. Okay, yung A natin, that is equal to 4, then yung B natin is equal to 1. Okay? So, ganito yung orientation niya, no? So, since nasa ilalim ng Y yung A natin, okay, yung drawing niya is ganito. Okay? Pabaliktad. Then, yung hinanap is yung length ng latus rectum. So, we have A is equal to 2. Mali pala yung pakalagay ko. Okay? So, yung A squared pala yun yung equals to 4. So, A is equal to 2, then B is equal to 1. Okay? Then, alam naman natin yung length ng latus rectum natin for the um, ellipse that is equal to 2b squared over a, di ba? Then, substitute natin, b is equal to 1, 2 times 1 squared over 2, that is equal to 1. Okay, so yan yung length ng latus rectum natin for problem 5. Okay? Next, problem 6. So, meron tayong curve 16x squared minus 9y squared minus 64x minus 72y minus 224 is equal to 0. So, kung i-observe natin, 16, okay, is not equal to 9. Okay, yung A natin is not equal to C. Then opposite sign, so therefore hyperbola siya. Ano yung mga hinanap? Center, transverse, and conjugate. Okay, so we have 2A and 2B. Okay, foci. Then, length of latus rectum. Meron pa ba? So, equation ng upward asymptote. So, paano natin yan isusolve isa-isa? So, meron tayong general equation. Okay, convert natin into standard equation. So, factor out natin yung 16, x squared minus, ito, 4x minus 9, y squared plus 8y is equal to 224. Then, completing the squares, ito, so we have 16 times the quantity of x minus 2 squared minus 4 minus 9 times the quantity of y plus 4 squared minus 16 is equal to 224. Then, okay, simplify natin. Okay, 16 times x minus 2 squared minus 64 minus 9 times y plus 4 squared plus 144 is equal to 224. Then, okay, so simplify pa natin. Then, divide both sides ng equations by 144. Ito yung magiging standard equation natin. Okay, so we have x minus 2 squared over 9 minus y plus 4 squared over 16 is equal to 1. Okay, so meron tayong h, meron tayong k. Okay, then meron tayong a and b. Okay, c natin. So, nakuha na natin yung center. Negative, tama ba? Okay, mali. So, center natin, we have 2 and negative 4. Okay? So, we have 2 and negative 4 yung center natin. Okay? So, next, transverse and conjugate axis naman. So, ano yung, ano natin? A. So, we have A is equal to 3. Ito yung A, ito yung B. Okay? So, ayan. C natin is equal to square root of A squared plus B squared. So that is equal to 5. Pero yung hinanap is yung twice ng A and twice ng B. Okay, so yung 2A natin is equal to 6. Then for the conjugate, 2B is equal to 8. Okay? Next, the foci naman. Okay, so ano yung coordinates ng foci natin dyan? So kapag hyperbola, dalawa rin yan, same sa ellipse. Okay, so drawin natin siya. So ito yung center natin. Okay, so we have 2 and negative 4. Sagot natin. Okay, 2 and negative 4. Okay, so ayan, 2 and negative 4. Then nakuha na natin yung C. So uusog lang tayo ng 5. Okay, 5 dito, 5 doon. Okay? So we have 5 horizontal, so we have focus natin is equal to 2 plus or minus ng 5 minus 4. Okay? Pag plus 5 papunta doon, then kapag minus 5 papunta doon. So meron tayong dalawang focus. So we have 2 plus 5, 7. Then sa kabila, 2 minus 5, we have negative 3. So ito po yung coordinates ng dalawang foci natin. Okay? So ayan. Nansara na natin yung part C. Then for part D, so bakit horizontal yung parabola natin, orientation? Kasi yung A natin nasa ilalim ng X. Okay? So yan lang yung parang technique para malaman natin kung horizontal o vertical siya. Okay? Yung um, tawag dito, key natin para makuha yung orientation ng hyperbola. Okay? Next, length ng latus rectum. Formula natin, 2b squared over a. Nakuha na natin yung b and a, di ba? So substitute na lang natin. So we have 2 times 4 squared over 3. So we have 32 over 3. Then last, yung equation ng upward asymptote. So alam naman natin kapag upward, yung slope natin is positive. Okay? So ito yung general formula natin for the asymptote. Pero since slope tayo upward, positive yung gagamitan natin. So alam naman natin yung center. So we have k is equal to negative 4, h is equal to 2, then m natin is equal to b over a. Okay? So substitute natin yan dito. Then, okay, we have 4 third x minus 8 over 3 minus 4. So, dinistribute lang natin yan dyan. Then, simplify natin. So, we have y is equal to 4 third x minus 20 over 3. Okay? So, nansara na natin lahat ng question sa problem 6. The next, problem 7. What is the equation of the asymptote ng hyperbola x squared over 9 minus y squared over 4 is equal to 1? Okay, so ito, yung general standard equation natin. Then alam naman natin wala siyang h and k So therefore yung center natin is at the origin. Okay, yung location ng center ng hyperbola natin, okay, nasa origin siya. Then yung a natin is ito, a squared yan, then ito yung b squared natin. Okay, so a is equal to 3, b is equal to 2. Then asymptote equation natin, y is equal to positive minus m times x minus h plus k. Okay, dalawa yung asymptote equation natin yan. Lagi yan pag para hyperbola. Dalawa yung asymptotes natin. We have the upward and downward. So, substitute natin, y is equal to plus or minus 2 third x. Bakit? Kasi wala naman tayong h and k. Zero yan eh. Okay? So, yan yung answer natin for problem 7. Next, problem 8. How far from the x-axis is one focus of the hyperbola x squared minus 2y squared plus 4x plus 4y plus 4 is equal to 0? So, ang gawin natin, convert natin siya into standard, okay, equation. So, ang gawin natin, isolate natin yung x, okay, i-sort natin yung x sa y. So, we have x squared plus 4x minus, okay, 2, factor out natin times quantity of y squared minus 2y plus 4 is equal to 0. Then, complete the squares. We have x plus 2 squared minus 4 minus 2 times the quantity of y minus 1 squared minus 1 plus 4 is equal to 0. Then, lipat natin sa right side ng equation yung mga constant. So, we have x plus 2 squared minus 2 times y minus 1 squared plus 2 is equal to 0. Okay? Then simplify. Okay, then divide both sides ng 2. So we have y minus 1 squared minus x plus 2 squared over 2 is equal to 1. Check natin. Ito yung A, ito yung B. Okay, so yung A natin, nasa ilalim ng y. So therefore, pag y vertical yan, So ganito yung orientation natin. Then ito yung H, ito yung K. Okay? So ito yung A and B natin. Okay, so therefore, yung focus natin, it's either magtataas, bababa. Okay? So, yung center natin, we have 1, negative 2. Okay? Ay, negative 2 and 1 pala. So, nandito yung x, nandito yung y. Negative 2 and 1. So, nakuha na natin yung Negative 2 and 1, yung tawag dito, yung center natin, coordinates. Then, value ng A natin, square root ng 1 is 1. Then, B natin, ito yung B squared natin, square root of 2, we have here. Okay? Then next, solve for C. Okay? That is equal to square root of 1 squared plus D square root of 2 raised to 2. Okay? That is equal to square root of 3. Okay? So, alam naman natin, yung C natin, yung mas mahaba sa A pagdating sa hyperbola. Okay? So, yung A natin, distance yan ng center to vertex. Okay? Then, yung foci naman, distance ng foci to center, that is equal to C. Okay? So, therefore, yung center natin, i-add natin yan ng square root of 3 pagdating sa y-coordinate niya. Okay? So, we have negative 2. Then, yung y-coordinate niya, 1 plus or minus square root of 3. As I said kanina. Okay? So, it's either ganito, pag upper focus, 1 plus square root of 3, or kapag lower focus, 1 minus square root of 3. Yan yung value ng y natin. Okay? So, kapag hinanap, is 1 focus. Okay? So, kung ito lang yung nasa pilian, ito yung answerin nyo. Okay? Then, kapag ito yung nasa pilian, ito yung sagutin nyo. Okay? Pero, paano kung pareho? Okay? So, kahit alin dyan sa dalawa. Okay? Tama yan dapat. Okay? Pareho. Pareho silang tama. Problem 8. The next, problem 9. Find the equation of the parabola with asymptotes 2y minus x minus 10 is equal to 0 and 2y plus x minus 7 is equal to 0 passing through 9 and 4. So, anong gagawin natin dito? So, solution. So, ipag-multiply natin itong dalawang asymptotes. Okay? So, asymptote 1 times asymptote 2, that is equal to k. Set natin yan, yung product nila, equal to k. Then, okay, so at x is equal to 9, y is equal to 4, so ito yung x and y. Substitute natin dito. Okay, sa asymptote equations natin. Okay, then simplify. So we have a negative 11 times 10. So we have k is equal to negative 110. So nakuha na natin yung value ng k. Next step. Okay, so ito yung equation ng, hindi siya parabola eh, hyperbola. So equation ng hyperbola. Okay, ito yung equation natin hyperbola, pero kailangan natin siya i-convert into either standard or general equation. Okay, so distribute natin yan. Okay, 2y times 2y, 2y times x, 2y times negative 7, then dito naman, okay, then for the last one, sa negative 10, okay, distribute natin yan. So, ganito na siya kapag dinistribute, okay? X squared minus 4y plus 3x plus 34y minus 180 is equal to 0. Okay, yan yung general equation niya. Okay, pero kailangan natin ng standard equation eh. So, ang gawin natin, okay, hiwalay natin yung x sa y. So, we have x squared plus 3x minus, pinactor out natin yung 4, y squared minus 34 divided by 4, we have 8.5, y minus 180 is equal to 0. Then, complete the squares. So, ito yun. So, we have quantity of x plus 3 half squared minus 4 times quantity of y minus 4.25 squared minus 9 over 4 plus 4 times 18.0 4 times 18.0625 minus 80 is equal to 0. Then, simplify pa natin. Ito na siya. Okay? The next, gawin natin, divide both sides by 110. Ito yan. Okay? X plus 3 half squared over 110 minus y minus 17 over 4 squared over 110 over 4 is equal to 1. Then, itong 4, lipat natin sa taas. So, pwede pa ito ma-simplify. 110 over 4, that is equal to 55 over 2. Okay? So, nilipat natin yung 2 sa taas. So, ito yung final answer natin. Okay? Ito yung standard equation ng hyperbola. We have x plus 3 half squared over 110 minus 2 times y minus 17 over 4 squared over 1 over 55 is equal to 1. Okay? So, yan yung answer natin for problem 9. Okay po, next. Yung mga miscellaneous topics natin. So, next naman, we have tangents and normals to conics. So, halimbawa, we're about to find yung tangent and normal sa conic section. Okay? Ang ginagamit natin, pwede tayong gumamit ng differential calculus or we use the substitution ng variables sa conic equation natin. Halimbawa, equation ng tangent, so we have this curve, di ba? Yung general equation ng conic section natin. Okay, then yung point of tangency natin, x1, y1. Okay, so halimbawa, inahanap sa problem. What is the equation of a tangent? Okay, a tangent to the curve. Tapos binigay yung yung general equation. Okay, passing through point, blah blah blah. So, passing through point, binigay yung point of tangency. So, ang gawin niyo para makuha yung equation ng tangent na yon, okay, replace natin yung x squared dito by x1 times x. Okay? Then next, y squared by y1y. Ito, yung y squared natin. Okay, palitan natin ito. Okay? Then yung xy naman, halimbawa kung meron tayong b, so palitan natin ng ganito. Okay? Then next, kapag yung x naman, palitan natin ng 1/2 ng x plus x1. Okay? Then yung ano naman, y natin, palitan na natin ng 1/2 ng y plus y1. Okay? So ganun lang. Okay? So where x1, y1, yan po yung point ng tangency. Then yung xy po natin, yan po yung any point dun sa conic section natin. Okay? So yun lang. Next, kapag translation ng axis naman, halimbawa, ito yung original na x and y axis natin. Okay? So yung, siyempre, yung origin niya, nasa 0, 0, di ba? So halimbawa, nilipat natin tong origin natin. Okay? At a certain point, tawagin nating O prime. Okay? Having a value of h and k. So ito na yung new origin natin. So halimbawa, ito yung ina-analyze nating point sa Cartesian plane. So we have xy. Okay? So since nalipat siya, okay, so ang bago niya, bagong coordinate niya, tawagin natin x prime and y prime. So paano natin makukuha yung value ng x prime and y prime? We use these following equations. X prime is equal to x. Okay, yung original natin, na x coordinate plus yung h natin. Okay? Yung pinaglipatan ng origin. Then, yung y prime naman, that is equal to y. Okay, yung original y coordinate natin or ordinate plus the value ng k natin. Okay, yung nilipatan natin na ordinate ng origin. Okay, where h is the horizontal translation, then k naman is the vertical translation. Okay? So yan, h and k coordinates ang new origin O prime. Next, rotation ng axis. So ito, halimbawa, yung original na x and y axis natin. Then nirotate natin counterclockwise, theta. Okay, ito na yung magiging bago axis natin. We have u, okay, and v axis. Okay? So ang mangyari dyan, okay, yung coordinates natin, halimbawa, x saka y, okay, magiging UP and VP. Okay, yung coordinate niya. Okay, so paano natin yan makukuha? So ito yung value ng UP, ano? So horizontal siya, di ba? Kung titingnan natin. Then ito, vertical VP. Okay, so equivalent ng Y yan yung VP. Then yung UP, equivalent ng X. Okay, dun sa rotation ng axis natin. So with this formula, UP is equal to X prime cosine theta plus Y prime sin theta. Okay, yung X prime and Y prime, yan lang naman yung dating coordinates. Okay? Then for the VP naman, that is equal to Y prime cosine theta minus X prime sin theta. Okay? So, kung titingnan natin, ano, kapag clockwise yung rotation ng theta natin, okay? So, kung titingnan natin nasa first quadrant siya, di ba? Then yung angle natin is positive. Okay? Then kapag counterclockwise naman siya, okay? So, negative yung gamitin nating angle dyan. Next. So, polar coordinates. So, anong ibig sabihin nito? Okay? So, halimbawa, ito yung figure natin, ano? The location of a point expressed by its distance r from a fixed point called the pole and its angle theta from a fixed line OX. Okay, so ang ginawa natin, yung x and y, coordinate kasi natin. Okay? Kinonvert natin into a polar form. So, yung polar form, yung function niya, consists of r and yung angle natin from a fixed line. Okay, ito yung fixed line natin. Okay? So, yung theta, yung angle of rotation niya, tinatawag nating theta. Okay? So, relationship between polar and Cartesian, okay? Cartesian, also known as rectangular coordinate systems. Ano? So, we have r squared is equal to x squared plus y squared. Okay? Then, x natin is equal to r cosine theta. Then, yung y naman natin, that is equal to r sine theta. So, parang ganito lang yan. Parang triangle lang siya. No? So, ito yung r, ito yung x, ito yung y, ito yung theta. Then, use SOHCAHTOA. Okay? Yung sa trigo natin, x natin is r cosine theta. Then, yung y natin is equal to r sine theta. The next, tan theta naman natin, that is equal to TOA natin, opposite over adjacent, we have y over x. Then, distance between 2 points. So, halimbawa, meron tayong dalawang points dito. Then, naka-express siya in polar form. Okay, so para makuha natin yan, yung distance between 2 points na naka-polar siya, okay, we use this formula. D is equal to, so, halimbawa, di na natin siya kailangan i-convert into what? Into rectangular coordinate systems. Okay, so we have D is equal to r1 squared plus r2 squared minus 2r1 r2 cosine ng difference ng two angles natin from the fixed line OX. Okay? So ito yan. Ito yung, wait lang. Ito yung theta 2 natin. Okay, ito yung theta 2. Then ito yung theta 1. Okay? So, difference yan, ito. That is also equal to alpha. Okay? So, ayan. Next. So, ano pa yung coordinate systems na meron tayo? So, we have okay, mamaya yung, mamaya pa pala yung cylindrical sa spherical. So, ano pa yung mga, natin, miscellaneous topics, forms of a plane? So, meron tayo ditong plane, naka 3D na tayo, no? So, 3D planes. So, yung coordinates natin dito, for example, i-analyze natin itong point na to, having coordinates of x1, y1, and z1. So, meron na tayong z-axis, ano? Then, yung direction natin ng plane at natin is force, yung face niya is nakaharap dito sa vector n natin. Okay? So, general form ng plane natin, we have ax plus by plus cz is equal to 0. Where direction, ABC is normal to the plane. Okay? So, yung direction nating ABC, normal yan sa plane natin, which is ito. Okay? Naka-orthogonal yan, di ba? So, in normal form natin ng plane, we have x cosine phi plus y cosine alpha plus z cosine beta is equal to phi. Okay? Then, kapag 3-point form naman ng plane natin, we use this matrix x minus x3, y minus y3, z minus z3, x1 minus x3, y1 minus y3, then x2 minus x3, hanggang dito sa z2 minus z3. Equal to 0 yan. So, ginagawa natin dyan para makuha natin 3-point form. Okay, kinukuha natin yung determinant nito. Okay, ng 3 by 3 matrix na to. The next, point direction form. So, we have x minus x1 over a plus y minus y1 over b plus z minus z1 over c is equal to 1. Okay, then where point x1, y1, z1 lies in the plane, which is, nakikita natin dito sa illustration. Then, yung ABC naman, normal sa plane. So, ito po yung direction vector natin, n. Okay, we have ABC. Okay? So, ayan. Next. So, halimbawa, meron pa siyang intercept form. We have x over a plus y over b plus z over c is equal to 1. Okay, where points a0, 0, 0, b0, and 0, 0, c lie in the plane. Okay, then parametric form, we have x is equal to x1 plus a1s plus a2t, y is equal to y1 plus b1s plus b2t, c is equal to z1 plus c1s plus c2t. Okay, so where yung direction nating ABC, okay, and A to B to C2 are parallel to the plane. Okay, so ayan. Next, so yung distance and angles in planes, okay, so in distance of a point natin from a plane D, so halimbawa meron tayong point dito na nasa labas ng plane, then we're about to find yung distance from here, okay? Yung coordinates dito, so we have x, p, y, p, and z, p. Okay, then yung distance niya from the plane natin having an equation of a1x plus b1y plus z1z plus d1 is equal to 0. So we use this formula. Okay, so same lang siya dun sa analytic geometry 1 na topic natin. So we have d is equal to absolute value ito. Okay, since we're dealing with distance. Okay, so we have axp plus byp plus czp over the square root of ax squared plus by squared plus cz squared. So x, p, y, p, z, p, coordinates po yan. Okay? So A, B, and C, yung coefficients dito sa equation ng plane natin. So itong plane na nakatagilid, nakatabingi. Okay? Then yung angle naman between planes, so meron tayong plane 1, then meron tayong plane 2. So yung angle between them, theta, okay, that is equal to arc cosine ng A1A2 plus B1B2 plus C1C2 over square root of A1 squared plus B1 squared plus C1 squared times the square root of A2 squared plus B2 squared plus C2 squared. Okay? And for parallel planes, A1 over A2, okay, yung ratio ng A's niya is equal to the ratio ng B's, same din siya ratio ng C's. Okay? Then for perpendicular naman, A1, A2 plus B1, B2 plus C1, C2 is equal to 0. Okay? So, yan yung distance between 2 points in space. So, na-discuss ko na to dati, di ba, sa analytic geometry 1. So, we have x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared plus z2 minus z1 squared. Yun lang. The next, cylindrical. So, ang ginawa natin sa cylindrical kasi, so, ito, 3D space na to. So, meron tayong tatlong coordinates, x, y, and z. So, ang ginawa natin, yung x and y, okay, parang gumawa tayo ng cylinder, ano. So, yung x and y, parang nilagay natin siya sa sa cylindrical. Okay, or sa cylinder. Okay, so kung titingnan natin dito, definition, a point P in space may be imagined as being in the surface of a cylinder perpendicular to the XY plane. Okay, so yung XY, okay, or yung point mismo, nilagay natin sa surface ng cylinder. Okay, then express siya as R. Okay, yung X and Y natin. Parang polar din, di ba? Then, okay, yung P natin, yung function niya, R, theta, Z, is fixed by its distance Z from the XY plane and by the polar coordinates. Okay, so we use polar dito, coordinate system din. R theta of the projection of P on the XY plane. So ito yung figure natin. Kung titingnan natin, itong point P na to, okay, nasa surface siya ng cylinder. Okay? So ang ginawa natin, supposedly, meron dapat tayong X and Y coordinates dyan. Ito, X and Y coordinates. Pero nangyari, gumawa na lang tayo ng R. So, in-express na lang natin yung X and Y in terms of R. Then, yung projection niya, okay, from the X-axis, tinawagan nating theta. Okay? So, that's why gumamit tayo ng polar. Then, yung Z lang yung hindi. Okay? So, relation between rectangular or the Cartesian and cylindrical coordinate systems. So, we have X is equal to R cosine theta. So, same lang din, di ba, sa polar. Ano? Yung theta naman natin, arctan ng Y over X. Nasaan na yun? Then, R squared natin is equal to X squared plus Y squared. Yung Z lang yung hindi nagbago. Okay? As is lang yan. Then, Y is equal to R sin theta. Okay? Then next, so kapag spherical, sa cylindrical, yung point nilagay natin sa surface ng cylinder. Sa spherical naman, yung point natin sa 3D space, nilagay natin sa surface ng sphere. Okay? So, ang ginamit natin dito, we have P, R, then phi, then theta. Okay? Is fixed by its distance, R from O. And the angle, phi, ano? So, yung angle natin, phi, between OP and the Z-axis and the angle theta, okay, which is the angle between the X-axis and the projection of OP natin on the XY plane. So, ito yung OP natin, segment OP. Okay? So, ang ginawa natin, supposedly, ito dapat yung X, Y, and Z, di ba? Mali, baliktad. So, ito yung Y, ito yung X, then yung Z sa taas. Tama ba? Nasaan yung R? Okay, nandito yung R. Okay, so ang ginawa natin, ito yung theta. Okay? So, same din yan sa R. Radius lang din yan eh. Same din ito, R din to. Okay? So, in-express natin, okay, into function R, which is the radius, then yung phi natin, okay, projection ng point natin from the z-axis, then yung theta natin, okay, projection ng point natin or nitong segment na to from the XY plane natin. Okay? Ay, from the x-axis pala. So, anong relation ng Cartesian and spherical? So, we have x is equal to r sin phi cosine theta, y is equal to r sin phi sin theta. Then, r squared natin, okay, x squared plus y squared plus z squared na. Okay? So, phi natin is equal to arctan ng square root of x squared plus y squared over z squared. And yung theta naman natin is equal to arctan ng y over x. Okay, so yan. Then, yung z natin is equal to r cosine phi. Okay po? So, more on formula based lang sila. Yung mga lecture part natin. Ano? So, pero, dapat marunong din tayo mag-analyze ng problem para ma-solve natin yung mga problems. So, let's try to solve some problems here. Problem 10. So, di ko na saali sa slide anyway. Find the equation of the locus of the center of circles that are tangent to the circle x squared plus y squared minus 28x minus 18y plus 177 is equal to 0 and to the x and to the y-axis. So, locus, okay, set of points yan. Okay? Wherein, ano, yung locus natin, okay, yung set of points natin, mga center po yan ng circles. Okay, then yung mga circles na yon, tangent siya sa circle na to. Okay, so ang hinahanap yung equation nung locus na yon. Okay, so mean equation ng locus ng center of circles, okay, yung general equation ng mga circles ito. Okay, wherein, mahanap natin equation ng locus, so kapag pinag-combine natin yan, okay, pinag-connect natin yan, makakabuo tayo ng parabola. Okay, so assume natin na hindi pa na natin makikita yung figure na to. So focus lang tayo dito sa general equation ng circle. So we have x squared plus y squared minus 28x minus 18y plus 177 is equal to 0. So convert natin to standard equation. Okay? So completing the squares. So, nakuha na natin ano yung standard equation ng circle. So, we have H, then we have K. So, yung center niya, so we have 14.9, then yung radius natin, square root of 100, we have 10. So, drinowing natin yan, pinat natin yan, ito yung X, ito yung Y axis. So, nandito 14.9, ito yung X, Y, ito yung center. Okay, then yung radius ng circle natin, that is equal to 10. Okay, so gumawa tayo ng bilog dyan. Then, ang ginawa natin, ano? So, gumawa tayo ng circles na tangent dito. Okay, sa circle na to. Then, tangent pa dito sa y-axis natin. Okay, so ito na yung mga broken lines sa circle natin. Okay? Then, gumawa tayo ng yung center, pinat natin yan. Then, paano natin makukuha yung equation ng locus? So, ang ginawa natin, gumawa tayo ng relationship. Okay? Between ng circle, then nitong locus na to. So, paano? So, meron tayong given na center, di ba? Yung coordinates ng center. Then, ang ginawa natin, ano? Kinuha natin yung radius nitong isang circle. So, pangalanan nating x yung radius niya. Okay. So, since tangent siya dito sa y-axis natin, itong circle na to, okay? Itong distance na to, same din dito sa x. Kasi radius lang yan eh, ditong circle na to. Okay, so nakagawa tayo ng segment dito that is equal to x plus r or x plus 10. Okay? Then, ang ginawa natin, ano? So, i-relate pa natin itong circle na to dito sa itong broken circle na to dito. Okay? Sa given circle natin. Okay? So, pwede natin makuha yung distance vertically from center to center. Okay? Which is ito. Okay? Vertically. So, set natin yung distance nito, okay, ng center from the x-axis that is equal to y. Then, ito naman, alam naman natin that is equal to 9. Okay? So, therefore, ito, that is equal to y minus 9, di ba? Then, for the horizontal naman, yung distance ng center dito to center, so ito yan. So, alam naman natin yung distance nito, we have 14. Okay, and then yung distance nito, that is equal to x, di ba? So, we have value nito that is equal to 14 minus x. So, makikita natin, nakagawa tayo ng right triangle dyan. Okay? So, plot natin yan, i-drawing natin yan. So, we have x plus 10 dito sa hypotenuse. Okay, y minus 9 sa height natin. Then, sa base natin, 14 minus x. Okay? Then, we can use Pythagorean theorem. Okay, para mapag-relate natin tong tatlong sides na to. Okay? So, ang ginawa natin, so using Pythagorean theorem, so we have x plus 10 squared hypotenuse is equal to, okay, square ng hypotenuse is equal to the sum ng squares ng two sides. Okay, we have y minus 9 squared plus 14 minus x squared. Then, expand natin, then simplify. So, ito yung, mas simplify natin yung nakuha nating equation dito, okay? Yan po yung magiging equation ng locus ng center of circles natin. Kung titingnan natin, isa lang yung may second degree, okay? That is y. Okay? We have y squared minus 48x. Okay? So, kung titingnan natin, observe natin, pasok siya dun sa general equation ng parabola. So, itong locus na to, parabola to. Okay? Next, problem 11. The distance between the 2 points A, 2, 10, 4, ito yung x, y, and z coordinate niya. Then for point B, A, 3z is 9.434 units. Then find the value of z. Okay? So, paano natin yan mahanap? So, use distance formula. Okay? 8 minus 2 squared. So, ito yung magiging x2, y2, z2, x1, y1, z1. Okay? So, use distance formula, that is equal to 9.434. So, we have 6 squared plus negative 7 squared plus z minus 4 squared is equal to 9.434. So, ayan, simplify natin. Then, lipat natin itong 36 plus 49 dito sa right side. Then, yan. Then, lipat natin to negative 4 sa right side. So, we have z is equal to 4 plus or minus 4.00. Square root ng 4. Okay? Then, we have z. So, z1 natin is equal to 6 and z2 natin is equal to 1.999. Okay? So, meron tayong dalawang values ng z dyan. So, kung ano yung lumabas na sa choices, piliin nyo yun. Ano? Problem 12, find the radius of the sphere whose equation is x squared plus y squared plus z squared plus 8x minus 2y plus 1 is equal to 0. Okay, so meron tayo ditong sphere equation. Ano, then hinahanap natin yung radius dyan. So, ito yung general equation niya. So, ang gawin natin, Okay? So, sinegregate natin or sinort natin yung x, y, and z, pinaghiwalay natin. Then, complete the squares. So, we have x squared plus 8x, we have x plus 4 squared minus 16, plus ito, okay, completing the squares, we have y minus 1 squared minus 1. Then, plus z squared, copy dito. Then, ito mga constant, lipat natin sa right side. So, we have x plus 4 squared plus y minus 1 squared plus z squared is equal to 16. Okay? Then, kung titingnan natin, ito na yung x, hindi siya x. So, ito yung center niya. Coordinates ng center natin. So, label natin ABC. Okay? So, negative 4, 1, 0. Okay, yan yung value ng center natin. Okay? Yan yung coordinates ng center natin. Next, problem 13. Find the length of latus rectum ng curve natin. R is equal to 2 over 1 plus cosine theta. Okay? So, alam naman natin, nakapolar to. Ano? So, we have R, Y, theta, and X. Okay, yung R natin, that is equal to x squared plus y squared. Then yung cosine theta natin, ano? So, katuwa, so we have adjacent over hypotenuse. So, we have adjacent x over R. So, substitute natin yan. So, R is equal to 2 over 1 plus cosine theta. So, R natin, okay? So, ito, sinubstitute natin dito. Okay? Square root of x squared plus y squared is equal to 2 over 1 plus x over R. So, may R pa tayo dyan sa baba. So, substitute pa natin. Okay? Then, manipulate natin yung formula. Simplify. So, ito, nilipat natin sa taas. Okay? So, we have square root of x squared plus y squared is equal to 2 times square root of x squared plus y squared over square root of x squared plus y squared plus x. So, since both sides dito sa numerator, meron siya square root, then ito, okay? So, pwede natin maalis yan. So, we have 1 is equal to 2 over x squared plus y squared. Square root of x squared plus y squared plus x. Okay, then lipat natin to sa left side. Okay, then alisin natin yung, lipat natin yung x sa right side. Okay, then alisin natin yung square root. So, we have x squared plus y squared is equal to 2 minus x squared. Okay, then expand natin ito. Okay, so we have y squared. Ay, hindi na. Oo, in-expand natin pala. So we have y squared is equal to, ito na yung magiging simplified formula niya. Okay, then, okay, factor out natin itong 4, 1 minus x. So kung titingnan natin, ano, equation siya ng parabola, 4a yan. So yung a natin, that is equal to 1. Then yung length natin ng latus rectum, that is equal to 4a, di ba? So 4 times 1, so therefore yung answer natin is 4. Okay, so yan yung answer natin for problem 13. Next, problem 14 naman. Find the eccentricity of the curve represented by the parametric equations x is equal to 3 cosine theta and y is equal to 4 sine theta. So, paano ba yan? So, meron tayo ditong parametric equations. So, x is equal to 3 cosine theta, then y is equal to 4 sine theta. Okay, from trigonometry, alam naman natin, di ba? Cosine squared theta plus sine squared theta is equal to 1, di ba? So, substitute natin, yung cosine theta is equal to x over 3, then sine theta is equal to y over 4. Okay, then squared natin is equal to 1. Okay? Then, kung titingnan natin to, okay, x squared over 9 plus y squared over 16 is equal to 1. Ano yung na-observe nyo? So, para nakabuo tayo ng equation ng ellipse, di ba? Okay, so we have center niya, 0, 0. Then yung a natin, okay, 16. And yung a squared natin is 16 and b squared natin is equal to 9. Okay, so we have a is equal to 4, then b is equal to 3. So, pwede na natin makuha yung eccentricity. Kailangan natin i-compute yung c. So, we have c. Ay, hindi na pala. Okay, meron na tayong another formula. Okay, so we have e is equal to square root ng 1 minus b squared over a squared. Okay, bakit ganito? So kung maalala natin, e is equal to c over a. So yung e natin, c natin, that is equal to a squared minus b squared over a. Diba? So that is also equal to e over, e is equal to a squared minus b squared over a squared. Then, e is equal to 1 minus b squared over a squared. Okay? So yan lang yung derived formula niya for the eccentricity. So we have, substitute natin, square root of 1 minus 9 over 16. Then solve for e, 0.66. Okay? Next, what will be the coordinates of point 812 when the origin is translated to force 7? So, ginawa natin. So, coordinates ng point 812. So, translation of axis tayo dito. Okay? So, ito yung magiging h and k natin. Then, ito naman, x and y. So, we have solution. Formula natin. X prime is equal to x plus h. So, we have 8 plus 4. So, we have 12. Then, for the y prime naman natin is y plus k. We have 12 plus 7. 19. Okay, so yan po yung bagong coordinates natin. 12, 19. Okay, so ito yung x prime, y prime. Okay, next, problem 16. Solve the new coordinates of point 16, 6 when the axes are rotated 20 degrees clockwise. So, ang ginawa natin dito, okay, so rotation of axis. Okay, so ito yung x prime, ito yung y prime, then ito yung theta natin. Kaya ang formula natin, UP, ito yung magiging equivalent x coordinate natin. That is equal to x prime cosine theta plus y prime sine theta. Okay, meron tayong x prime, y prime. Theta natin 20 degrees. Okay? Bakit negative 20? Kasi 20 degrees yan. Okay, so halimbawa, yung points natin dito, ito yung x and y. Wait lang, ulitin ko. So, halimbawa, originally, ito yung x and y, di ba? Okay, then yung 16, 6, so nandito yan. Halimbawa, 16, 6. Then, ang ginawa natin, yung x and y, nirotate natin yan 20 degrees. So, halimbawa, ito na yung magiging x prime. Tawagin natin x prime. Then, magiging ganito yung y prime. Okay, kung titingnan natin, 20 degrees, okay, clockwise, 20 degrees clockwise. So, kung titingnan natin, so naging negative. Yung rotation natin ng 20 degrees natin, or yung theta, okay, is naka-clockwise, that's why negative yung ginamit natin. Diba? Kasi tayo ng angle, diba? Nagbabasa tayo ng angle, so lagi naka-counterclockwise. Okay? Dito yung from positive x. Okay? So from clockwise, positive yung theta natin. Then kapag pabaliktad, okay, negative yung theta natin. Okay, that's why negative 20 yung ginamit natin. So yung UP natin, 12.98. Ito yung equivalent x niya. Was na nirotate na natin yung axis. How about y? So remove ko ito. So we have VP is equal to y prime cosine theta minus x prime sine theta. Substitute lang natin. So we have 11.11. Then ito yung bagong coordinates natin due to the rotation ng axis. We have 12.98 for the x coordinate, then for the 11.11 naman for the y coordinate. Okay? Naintindihan? Next. Problem 17. Solve the equation of the plane passing through points 10 to 0, negative 2, 2, negative 2, and 8, 3, 5. So paano ba yan? So meron tayong tatlong points dito. Then alam naman natin yung general equation ng plane natin. We have ax plus by plus cz plus d is equal to 0. So ang ginawa natin, let p is equal to a over d, q is equal to b over d. Okay? Yung r natin is equal to c over d. Okay? So yung a galing yan dito. Okay? Then dinivide natin both sides by d. Okay? Then yung a over d, magiging peak yan. Okay? So halimbawa, ito. Okay? So minultiply natin yung both sides ng 1 over d. Okay? So mangyayari, itong a, madidivide yan sa d. So ang magiging kalabasan, we have a over d, px. Yung b naman, madidivide sa d, so we have b over d. So magiging equal to q yan. Okay? Then r natin is equal to c over d. Okay, c over d natin is equal to r, so rz yan. Then d over d is equal to 1. Okay, next, gawin natin, 4.1 muna. Okay, ito magiging xyz natin. xyz, then xyz. Okay, substitute natin yung xyz, 4.1 dito. Okay, so we have p times 10. Okay, sa y naman 2. Sa z naman 0. Plus 1 is equal to 0. Then, makaka-come up tayo sa first equation, 10p plus 2q is equal, plus 1 is equal to 0. Okay, next. 4.2 naman, substitute natin. So we have p times negative 2 plus 2q plus r negative 2 times negative 2 plus 1 is equal to 0. Then, makaka-come out tayo sa second equation. So you have negative 2p plus 2q minus 2r plus 1 is equal to 0. Then 4.3, same process din. Okay? So equation 3. Then next, kung makikita natin, meron tayong 3 equations. Then ano yung mga unknown variables? P, Q, R, 3 unknown variables. So pwede tayong mode 5, 2 tayo dyan. So 3 equations to unknowns, Caltech. Then solve for the value of P, Q, and R. Okay? So itong mga value ng P natin. P natin, negative 1 over 74 for Q. We have negative 16 over 37. And for R, we have 3 over 37. Then, gawin natin, ano? So, ulitin natin ito. So we have negative 1 over 74x minus 16 over 37y plus 3 over 37z plus 1 is equal to 0. Then, simplify natin ito. Alisin natin yung denominator. So we have x plus 32y minus 6z minus 74 is equal to 0. And yan po yung equation ng plane natin. Okay? Next, problem 18 naman. Find the equation of the line that is normal to the curve x squared is equal to 16y at 4, 1. Okay? So, paano natin yan isosolve? So, ang gawin natin, meron tayong x squared is equal to 16y. Okay? Ang gawin natin, mag-implicit differentiation na tayo para makuha natin yung dy over dx niyan. So, we have x squared is equal to 16y. 2x is equal to 16 times dy over dx. Okay? Then, isolate natin yung dy over dx. That is equal to x over 8. Okay? Then, alam naman natin yung dy over dx. Okay? That is also the slope. So, we have m is equal to x over 8. Then, substitute natin at 0.41. Okay? X is equal to 4. So, m is equal to 1 half. Diba? Pero kung alam naman natin, yung hinanap is yung line, normal. So, meaning na normal, perpendicular dito sa curve na to. So, formula natin for the perpendicular slope, negative na inverse nito. Okay, negative inverse nito. So, we have negative 8 over 4, so we have negative 2. Okay, the next, use point slope form, guys. Okay, so we have y minus y1 is equal to m perpendicular x minus x1. So, ito magiging x1 natin. Wait lang. Ito yung magiging x1, ito yung magiging y1. So, substitute lang natin dito. Okay. Then, simplify. So, we have y is equal to negative 2x plus 9. Okay, and then yung answer natin for problem 18. Okay, naintindihan? Then last, find the volume of the tetrahedron bounded by the coordinate planes and the plane 8x plus 12y minus 4z minus 24 is equal to 0. So, paano natin yan isi-solve? So, ang gawin natin, let x muna natin is equal to 0, then y is equal to 0. Okay? So, ang gawin natin, 0, 0, matitira yung z. Tapos 24. Okay? So, we have z is equal to 6. Okay? 24 divided by 4, we have 6. Then next, gawin naman natin yung x is 0 and z is equal to 0. Yung matitira is 12y minus 24. So, lipat natin yung 24 sa right side. So, we have y is equal to 2. Then next, gawin naman natin yung y and z natin is equal to 0. Yung matitira yung 8x saka 24. So, we have x is equal to 3. Okay? Then next, i-plot natin yan sa 3D coordinate system. Okay? So, ito yung sheet, di ba, ng tetrahedron natin. So, let x is equal to 3. Okay? Y is equal to 2 and z is equal to 6. Then, ito yung origin natin. Okay? Kung makikita natin, meron tayong mabubuong triangle dito. Okay? Then, meron tayong base that is equal to 6. So, alam naman natin yung formula ng, ano, di ba, ng tetrahedron that is equal to 1/3 ng area ng base times height. So, meron tayong triangle dito. Area niyan that is equal to 1/2 ay, tawag dito. That is equal to 3 times 2. Okay? Area ng base natin. So we have, parang mali ito ah. Wait lang. So mali yung ano natin. Area ng base natin, 1/2, di ba? Area ng triangle. So we have area ng triangle. So we have AB natin is equal to 1/2 ng base times height. So we have 3 times 2. Okay? Ilan ba yan? So cancel out na lang natin yung 2. So we have AB natin is equal to 3. Okay? So we have, mali ito. That is equal to 1/3 times area ng base natin, 3 times 6. Okay? So cancel out ito. Okay, so we have volume natin, 6 cubic units. Okay, so yan yung answer natin for problem 19. And dyan nag-end yung analytic geometry 2 natin. Okay, so I hope marami kayo natutunan, guys. Then, pakisagot yung mga handouts natin sa analytic geometry. So, thank you sa pakikinig.